The season finale of The Penguin is upon us, and my god, this is how you do a series about a comic book villain. Welcome to Haynes for Heroes, I'm Alex Haynes, and if it's a movie or TV show about superheroes, you know I'm all over it. And I'm all over this incredible yet heartbreaking final episode of The Penguin, so let's break it down and see where it leads us. Spoilers ahead. Let's start with that flashback sequence that was from Frances's point of view, and it was really messed up how she always knew that Oz was the one that murdered his brothers, but she just kept it to herself this whole time. And not only did she know that he murdered his brothers, but she also hated him for it. For the whole time, she always hated Oz and thought he was the literal devil, which, you know, she's not far off. She hated Oz so much for murdering her sons that she was 100% about to let the local gang leader Rex take Oz for a ride, which is gang talk for murder. But despite hating him, Oz is still her son and she just couldn't go through with murdering him. So she decided to take advantage of his obsession with her and try to make a better life for herself. 2020 hindsight, she probably should have went with option 1. Fast forward to present day and we have Sofia Gigante holding both Frances and Oz captive, and she's trying to get Oz to confess about murdering his brothers. But I gotta give Oz credit, he is committed to the lie because he is just not doing it. Even when his mom's finger is like slowly starting to get cut off, like he's just like, no, I didn't do nothing, ma. Like that really just hammers home like how evil and sick the Penguin is. Like he was 100% about to let his mom's finger get cut off, the woman that he claims to love more than anything. But Frances is not about to get her finger cut off, so she yells at Oz, telling him that she knows that he killed his brothers and that she absolutely hates him for it, that he's the devil, and that she really wants him dead. But then homegirl takes a glass bottle, breaks it, and then just stabs Oz in the gut. Like dang, like she legit hates this man. You kinda can't blame her either. But during the crash out, Frances has a stroke, and Oz uses this distraction to break out of his chair and escape with his mother. Once Oz gets Frances to a hospital, him and Victor go to meet that congressman, and he tells the congressman about everything that happened in Crown Point, but he made it in a way so it was the Maronis that had that underground drug operation, and the Gigantes were the one that blew it all up. So despite not having any more allies at this point, this was a clever way for Oz to get a new ally in the form of the government, which is very helpful. But while this is going on, Sofia is having a meeting with the other gang leaders of Gotham, putting a bounty on Oz's head. This leads to Oz being captured by Zhao and his triads, and this also leads to a part that reminds me why I love the gangster genre so much. Just with all the strategic, chess-like moves between the characters, like it's so much fun. But right when it seems that Zhao is gonna turn Oz over to Sofia and Oz is gonna get murdered, Link, Zhao's second in command, shoots him in the head, and it turns out all the seconds of every gang are killing their leaders and siding with Oz. And what's really cool about that is all the lieutenants are similar in terms of status as Oz was to Carmine Falcone. You know, they're just the forgotten henchmen, they're always looked down on, always talked down to, and now they want to rise up in power. So it's just the similarities between characters like Link to Penguin is just so cool. And honestly, I was so nervous that Sofia was gonna get killed. Like she wasn't about to, like he had her turn around, he had the gun to her head, it was doing that close-up slow motion eye close thing, she's accepting death, and I'm just like, no, please, like don't kill Sofia, she's a queen. But then the police show up, and it turns out that that was the deal Oz made with the congressman to get Sofia arrested, and I'm just like, oh, thank God. We're gonna see more of Sofia in the future. But with Sofia arrested and with the backing of a very strong politician, Oz Cobb is now the official ruler of the criminal empire of Gotham. And it's at this point where he fully becomes the Penguin, though I assume he still hates being called the Penguin. Hopefully he gets over that. But before I get to the end, we gotta talk about Sofia being in Arkham Asylum again, which is totally messed up, but she gets a letter from Selina Kyle, Catwoman, saying that, you know, hey girl, I'm your half-sister, we should link up. This definitely leads to a future team up between the two characters, and if it does happen, whether it be in the next Batman movie or in another series, I think I'm going to cry just because I love them both so much. But then you get to the hardest part of this episode where Oz murders Victor. And it's at this moment where I just absolutely hate the Penguin. Like, how could he do something so evil? But for the TV show, it's a remarkable move because, you're following the Penguin. So of course, you like the character, you want to like him because he's the protagonist. But the show does a great job of reminding you every step along the way, like, hey, remember, the Penguin is still a villain. And it leaves you at a point where you do want Batman to break every bone in his body without it feeling like a cheap heel turn. Like, yes, I absolutely hate the Penguin for killing Victor, but it still is true to his character. Like, I was always imagining he would do something like that. And then to add icing onto the evil cake, Oz has his mother trapped in this penthouse suite while she's stuck in that vegetative state from the stroke. Like, it made me sick to my stomach when he's like, this is everything you ever wanted, Ma. I love you. And then, she's just staring out and then the tear rolls down her face. I'm just like, this sick, I hate him. Where's Batman? But I do love how he has his comic book accurate suit on, with the white, the bow tie, the yellow. He has his top hat. He doesn't wear it, but he does have it. But this series ends with the best way possible, with Oz dancing with a prostitute that's dressed like his mother. This dude is sick. And the camera slowly zooms out, and then you just see the Batman signal, and just like, yes, come on, Batman. Beat him up! But as we already know, this series is supposed to lead directly into the next Batman movie. And hopefully, Penguin is the main villain because I really need him to get beaten up by vengeance right now. But what did you think of the season finale of The Penguin? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, click on the boxes right here, and I'll see you in a bit.